What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part lucky number 13 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Archaon the Everchosen campaign. So as we saw last time, Cathay is doomed, or doom is upon it. Miao Ying lies defeated, and Nan Gao has fallen. Jiao Ming has suffered yet another defeat, and we are looking to soon move into the southern portion of his territory, the former territories of the Burning Wind Nomads. Should be a pretty good time, though we do still have to deal with Mr. Snitch, but hey, that'll offer us some more interesting battles as well. In the meantime, up north, Malice is pretty much gone as well, and we're looking to get a pretty darn nice fight over here at Blackrock, as we'll have a probably nearly full stack plus all the defenders for Gulator to try out. We'll see if he can pull that off. And lastly, we have Azazel, who is moving towards Sigvald, and we'll probably have to at least start fighting him, though at a full stack right now we may want to get a few more units in here before we do. Anyway, in terms of what we gotta do this turn, nothing. We gotta do nothing this turn because we did everything last time. Still disappointed that Draj ran, and I don't know where. I have a feeling he's up at Bone Gulch, but I'm just gonna head to his territories and hope that Imric defeats him wherever he is. It's kind of pointless to chase him around not knowing exactly where he went. So anyway, that's in the turn. And let's see what happens. And while the turn... what do you have here, Jiao Ming? You want peace again? Yes, you do, but that's not going to happen. Anyway, while the turn is in... Oh, for the love of... Imric. And, Imric's going to declare war on us now. Interesting. The question here is, do we draw our allies into the fight? Well, I suppose to the north of him we have Astrogoth, and Kugath potentially defending some stuff might be helpful. Yeah, fine, draw them into the fight, why not? I can't just keep saying no either, because if we just keep saying no everywhere at all times, the problem will be that our allies won't like each other as much, and we certainly do want them to like each other. Anyway, for the and, the Lamian Sisterhood will declare war on us. You know what, that's actually good. Call your allies to help. We can tell Astrogoth to attack them directly, rather than having to deal with them ourselves, and hopefully he'll manage to take him over. Astrogoth, occupy target. We finally have something for you to do, and maybe you can take a few territories and get a frickin' tower for yourself rather than all this nonsense. But anyway, we'll see. There we go. Technology researched for Slaanesh. Now, of course, we won't be able to activate the gift immediately. Wait, let me just see here. So, what we need for this Endless March is 1,000 souls. What we can do is pick up any of the other gifts of this turn, for example, either the Exalted Chariots, or the Secret Chariots rather, or the Demonettes for a turn. Do we care about the regular Secret Chariots as opposed to Hellflayers? Can we get Hellflayers via this? Oh, it's not even an option. Wait, so we can get Secret Chariots but not Hellflayers via gifts? That's a little bit disappointing. Well, either way, we do want Fiends of Slaanesh because they're pretty effective at what they do, so we can go with them, but for now, I guess it'll have to be Chariots. Chariots it is. We may need them against Sigvald up north. Anyway, Archaon, let's start with you. You are going to be ignoring Imric, who you are currently at war with. You're going to go into March stance, and you're going to head directly to Ruin's End, where we will continue attacking the forces of Draj. And stop here. I really do wonder where Draj went. Oh well, keep going. Yeah, damn it, he's gonna conquer Bone Gulch, and then... It'll be a whole thing, but oh well, what can you do? Alright, Azazel. You can't move right now, and I see Mr. Sigvald has actually moved away. Now, out of curiosity... there's barely any Slaaneshi corruption here at the Silver Tower of Sorcerers. What about here? There's 100%. Do we have the ability to get more Slaaneshi Marauders? One spawn of Slaanesh and one Forsaken Slaanesh. Not actually all that much Slaanesh-wise. We got one Secret Chariot for our trouble as well. We don't necessarily have to get it this turn. So I think what we do is since we can't reach the Fortress of the Damned yet, we'll go right here to the edge of the territory. I don't even know if you can take it, but you're certainly gonna try. It would be nice if we could steal Secret Chariots. Anyway, you're gonna go into raiding stance, you're gonna pop in right there and raid Siggy. He ain't gonna like that, but well, that's his problem. I suppose we could take a Forsaken as well as the Marauders. Oh wait, we don't have room for them both. Replace the spawn with a spawn of Slaanesh. Take the Forsaken and then turn the Forsaken into a spawn. It's certainly another option, but it won't be an option this turn. Let's continue. Gulator, you are going to besiege this place, and you're going to go into summoning stance. Let's get you your points spent as well, and ooh, and we got 2. We do use Curse of the Leper and Miasma of Pestilence constantly, or we could just keep saving for Plague Marked. Nah, we're just gonna keep saving it for Plague Marked. I think we'll be fine. I hope we'll be fine. We'd better be fine. Alright, go. And Valiant Defeat. You know, to me this says that we probably could get them to sally out. And destroy them in the field and then occupy it that way. Rather than bothering with the siege. If the AI is so confident in that. Next up, Kolek. It costs 45. That's not quite. Wait. 60. And then to return. Yeah, you won't be able to get this and get this as well. Which is a shame. This could be like 8,000 gold. Is it worth the extra turn is the question. If it's 8,000, it probably is. Alright, fine. Grab the shipwreck. It's better not screw us. And explore the island. There's no need to fight this. This is going to hurt the doggos, but not that much. We get 2.4k plus 1.4k. And what kind of reward do we get on top of that? And materials at sea and Talisman of Preservation? Well, Kolek is just 1. I don't even know if it's possible to beat that. That's a heck of a combo. I guess you're going to have to land. You can land here near it and go into raiding. I mean, it's not like we can't take this place anyway. You go right here. Right here. Raid it a little bit. Man, well done, Kolek. Well done. Oh, I don't even know whether we should give the Talisman of Preservation to Archaon or... Oh, he already has one. You know what, Kolek? You're getting it. You deserve it. You earned that Talisman. And damn, now you have healing and the Talisman of Preservation, bumping up your ward save to 36. We can get you an Armor of Destiny later, and you're gonna be real strong. Kuchar, your turn, my friend. You are heading out to the Terracotta Graveyard, and you can hopefully reach it, which, yes, indeed you can. Probably full of rats. Oh, there's a Metastorm right there. We prefer Bloodstorms here, and damn, it's hurting our Khorne's unit, or Khorne's units. They're all Khorne units, or at least most of them. Well, actually not most of them, like half of them. You know what I mean. Stop listening to me. Alright, Occupy. Alright, Kuchar, you can have the banner. I don't know whether you actually care about it. Maybe put on one of the doggos or something, make them even faster. Or actually, the Chaos Warriors are quite slow, so there could be potential for that as well. Terracotta Graveyard, we don't care about you, and we don't care about collecting income. Stay here. And just to double check about that vassalization, not yet, Skaven, not yet. You have 9 settlements remaining. We'll see how you feel about it in a few. And next up, who do we have? Demahar, Vorpal I'm still very tempted to delete you, but I'm keeping you moving for now. And Gulator, can go down here. Alright, then we'll need to pick a tech, and I want to check diplomacy. Specifically, I want to get rid of Bitter Bay to, if Clan Moors owns this location, we might be able to give them this for some money. Oh, actually, we might be able to get more money by trading several settlements. Let me just deal with this and then we'll do that. The next tech will be the Gaze of the Dark Gods. We need that additional Forsaken? Someone's a unit of Forsaken. Oh, well, that's just swell. That'll be helpful as well, but it's the gift of the gods that we wanted more than anything, and we'll also need to swap out this Exalted Chariots to another one to then get the Endless March right after. Next, what we want to do is keep giving Mr. Kugath territories that are useless to us. Namely, the Bridge of Heaven will be useless, but I think he can't reach it. We might have to give it to rats or something. You can have Grimtop then. I mean, we could build something here, but I don't think that anything is actually helpful to us in any manner. Yeah, no, just here. Take Grimtop, give us money. Not bad. 1.8k, we'll take it. Hopefully we'll build up Kugath in this manner to a sufficient degree that he becomes reasonably strong. Then, the Fetid Catacombs and the Palace of Princes and the Folly of Malefics all have to go to the Crags, so that's what we'll do. Alright, let's see if I can remember this. Catacombs, Folly of Malefics. I'm gonna start with those. Folly of Malefics, 29. 4.5? Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, and Fetid Catacombs. This one is not nearly as worth our time. But nonetheless, you can have it. And the Palace of Princes was the last one, I believe. Yeah. It does not have anything. Yeah, okay, no, it doesn't. Just have to check. There you go, 1.5k. Alright. Alright, at least they're willing to pay to get all this stuff. Man, if only the Silver Tower Sorcerers in Blood Mountain had switched places, it would be able to get us a lot more money out of these things. But oh well. Alright, then we go to diplomacy. A little bit more diplomatic episode than I was expecting. So, Clan Wars. I want to talk to you. And 59. Bitter Bay was the place. Oh, 29. It's not bad. Can we possibly get to... Okay, so non-aggression pact and military axes don't help us here, do they? I don't think they do. What about join war against Crooked Moon? Yeah, we have to join war against the orcs anyway, and... Oh, right, no. Vassalage. Minus 7.7. 7.7. Balance offer. Ooh, we can give them 21.6k, but they're strength rank 20, so they will eventually pay for themselves due to vassal tribute, and probably via us giving them more territory, and with them being rich enough to afford it. It's probably still better than going through the mountains, going after Moors. Frankly, it would probably be annoying to do so. And because we move slower in the mountains and stuff. I do wonder whether they have Nagash's. Oh, we don't have a special building at Nagashazar? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, anyway, we're doing this. Pros offer. Man, that's a lot of cash. It's a lot of cash, but it's a good investment in my opinion. All right, and let's see what that did for us in terms of diplomacy. We have unlocked Clan Rictus. We don't really care about the Bone Rattlers. Rictus, how is your likelihood of vassalage? Huh, wait, Clan Carrion can be vassalized? I didn't know that they counted as an actual faction. I thought they just had to sit at Nagashazar and do nothing, but kind of interesting nonetheless. Rictus is at minus 53, so a little bit far, meaning we're decently likely to declare war on them and beat them into submission as well. Eshin, just out of curiosity, no, still no dice on that. Sylvania, I kind of forgot we were at war with you. We get 7,000 gold from you. And Wolfric's about to take one of your territories. Oh, we could do that, and then... Do we let Wolfric take it? The problem is he's not at war with anybody there. I mean, I suppose if we declare war on Clan Molder, Wolfric can try that, but I also would have liked to have taken Help It for ourselves. The 7,000 gold tempts me. But then again, do we really want Wolfric conquering the Empire for us? I don't think that's what we want. Nah, you know what? Take this. Just be at peace with Sylvania for now. And there we go. I gotta make some of that money back, right? And all of the... actually, no, you know what? Don't peace out with the Crooked Moon Mutinous. Gets peace out with the regular Crooked Moon. Oh, they don't actually want peace. It's being buggy. It happens. Western provinces will ignore for now. Clan Verms. I don't know exactly where you are. I take it you're here. Yeah, they're right here. How much money would they give us for this? 903? Nah, we'll let Clan Moors kill you. Alright, the rest of that I'm happy with. We still have money, but now we want to spend some of it on buildings. I saw that one of these locations... Yeah, you're gonna need to go to tier Oh, and we have materials at sea now. We gotta upgrade everything, much as we can. I'm almost tempted to even upgrade the bone pits. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have given away all that much money. I slightly regret it now. Just by virtue of the fact that we got materials at sea, and we could have used it to upgrade literally everything, but oh well. Start with the favor buildings, and then move on, and as soon as we end the turn, I'm 99% sure the enemy will sally out and strike. Loot heap here, please. Yeah, we'll get some benefit out of it, not a crazy amount, but some. Then we will want to build the thralls here in order to get the worshippers. And I think that's what we're gonna do, and yeah, we could go for capacities, but these buildings are more expensive, and we will need them. Go for it. Though it'll be a while until you reach next level. You can upgrade not favor. You will be able to upgrade favor next turn. You're good. You are good. You are good for now. Good for now. We can save the materials at sea for a little bit. And where is this again? Oh, it's here. Yeah, the Skaven will probably retake that. Can't do much about that. All right. That, I believe, is good, unless I've forgotten something. So we're going to skip, and we're going to end the turn. And we're going to see what that gave us. Also, could sail somebody down to find the Tomb Kings. And hey, we got Scarby nearby. Well, that's just lovely. Minus... Oh my, wait. I didn't even see that. Declare war against the Sentinels and Camry. Become vassal. Perfection. Oh, alright. I don't know why that amused me so much, but it damn well did. Do we even need to declare war on both of them? Wait, just out of curiosity. I mean, Scarbrand appreciates it, I'm sure. Yeah, fine, we can do that. Go for it. Scarbrand. You are a vassal as well. Alright, the vassal count grows. And more coordinate stuff means more access to coordinate units. In fact, let's take another quick look at the vassalage thing. Decadent Host, Shadow Legion, Harbinger of Dissect. Yeah, the rest aren't happening. Okay. Alright, that's fine. And we'll find more. And oh wow, look at that. The parts of Sartosa have certainly spread out. Well, good for them. And good for them. And good for all of you guys. Alright, now I believe we can end the turn, and Gulator, it's your time to shine, though you never stopped shining, which is ironic considering your armor is all rusted and dull. But anyway, away we go. And this time, while the turn is ending, yes, we did reach the engagement threshold, and yes, this episode will be an hour long, and yes, the offer does still stand, but this being the 13th episode, this is when I generally lower the threshold, so from now on, 300 likes, and still 50 comments though, and the next episode will be an hour long as well. It seems like the likes are the much harder of the two categories to reach. Anyway, what do we have here? Ooh, Tzeentchian stuff. Cataclysm of Khorne, Greater Gate of Khorne. Oh, it's only for the faction leader's army ability, though I would like to summon Bloodthirsters. Gifts of Chaos activation costs are actually probably pretty fine with our souls at the current time. I do like the experience Gate of Khorne experience gain. But I can't say no to 4 pink horrors and 2 flamers. It's too nice. It's too nice. We'll take that. It'll prep a Tzeentchian army relatively soon. Oh wow, these guys didn't attack. Crackodrin destroyed. Sort of anti-heroes, that's all fine. Go figure. Oh, and Malice is back. Alright, well, it looks like we're gonna be fighting this the hard way. With only 2 towers, and we'd only be able to send 4 units up there. Is that sufficient? The Black Guard will be up there, which will be problematic. But it might be enough. And we will most likely fight that in a second. I just want to see if Draj is nearby. This guy... Wait, no, he's going to... Oh, he's going to reclaim Bitter Bay, isn't he? Maybe he'll sack it? What's the likelihood? We're gonna have to go back there, aren't we? And ooh, Imric is gonna reclaim the Darkhold. Wait, can we give the Darkhold to anybody before Imric takes it? Clan Rictus. Oh, Rictus, where are you? Pay us for it. Let's chat. Initiate diplomacy. Trade settlement. Darkhold. It's worthless to you. Well, that's a shame. I guess then we can't trade that to you, and there's nobody else that we can trade it to. Wait, can we trade it to Moors? Yes. It's worth a little bit of money to them. They are at war with Imric, so he'll still take it from them. But this way we get some money. Even though we take the money from our vassal. But what are vassals for if not to give money to Archaon? Anyway, still a little bit annoyed about this, but what can you do? Might have to make a separate lord at Ruins End just to deal with it. And I still don't know where Drash himself went. Could he be at Pig Barter? I guess once we occupy Ruins End, we'll at least be able to see a little bit further. And occupy? Could be worth more of Sect. I find Sagat. Even though he won't like it. And that'll be his problem, or that'll remain his problem. Occupy it now. Now, it looks like we can see Pig Barter. Can we reach Pig Barter? No, it'll take 2 turns. Well, darn. Okay. Let's just hope he doesn't take Bitter Bath. Please sack it, or please somehow lose your army magically. Anyway, gifts. We have 2 unselect Exalted Chariots, and select Joyous Degradation, which will put us up to 1,000. And that will unlock this, Endless March, meaning next turn we'll get Endless March, and ooh, that might actually counteract the fact that we can't reach Pig Barter from here. Oh, that would be ideal. If this guy sacks Bitter Bay, that would be absolutely ideal. Though whether it'll happen, we'll have to wait and see. Gulator. It's time, no, wrong Gulator. I should rename you, because that's going to confuse me. The right Gulator. It's time, my friend. We got 2 stacks, we got plenty of heroes, plenty of mages, lots of stuff to try to work our way through. Now let's see if we can. No, seriously, do any of the other Lord types speak as much? I'm just curious. I can't wait to get the other Lord types on the field, just because Kuhar barely speaks by comparison, or at least doesn't speak nearly as much as our resident Plague Poet. But anyway, I digress. Here we go. Actually, that isn't so much of a digression as it is damn well topical, but here we go anyway. This may be the toughest challenge that Gulator has had to face yet, with all these stacks and Malice, 2 casters, plenty of stuff, the towers firing down upon us. We'll see if we can manage to pull it off. We're going to send 4 of our units of Forsaken within the siege towers, like those Chaos runes on the Warriors of Chaos towers as well. Actually, like the Undivided / Warriors of Chaos tower a little bit more than I think most of the other towers, most of the demon-specific towers. Ram is okay. I like the towers more, though. And though there is something nice about its simplicity. I think one of the issues for some of these designs is they feel a little bit too symmetrical to me, which just doesn't scream quite as chaotic as it might be with all that symmetry there. But nonetheless, and still I will continue complaining about this until the devs do something about it. Siege towers should have cannons on them, or some kind of artillery, or something shooting back, not in this world especially. I know they can build stuff like that, please do it. Anyway, here we go. We've broken down the enemy wall, or made the first breach in the wall with Shatterstone, though the enemy is going to take advantage of that and start using chill winds right through our piles of marauders. Pretty smart move there, and we're certainly liable to take quite a bit of damage while we move through if they continue in that light. We have sent both of our Feral Manticores up on the wall, and they're having a grand time knocking all of these units off of the walls as they attack. Pretty effective up here, and these little twin Manticores have been doing plenty throughout this campaign so far. Very proud of them. They are both the best boy. We should probably give them some good names as well. Anyway, we are going to try our best to target the Sorceress of Dark up here, and there is another Sorceress of Dark somewhere running around, because we want those chill winds to bloody well stop. There's another one heading in, but we've got another thing of our own, which is the second Shatterstone coming down and allowing more troops to enter into the fray, while the towers close the distance and start to get ready to disgorge their piles of Forsaken. And there we go. Whoa, what are you doing, tower? I think it's supposed to go like right here, and it decided to do a slightly wrong approach. But anyway, the Forsaken have arrived, and they will be facing off against some units of Blackguard Corsairs. That should definitely go our way, and the Manticores are now no longer needed and can peel away to hunt down the other Sorceress. Most definitely necessary. Or is that still the first Sorcerer? No, it's still the first Sorceress. The other one's still running around. But oh well, we will deal. Gulator is leading sort of from the front, just sort of supporting everybody with his spells from up on top of his War Shrine. And watching that War Shrine crush a few things. Let's see some of those animations. Yeah, see him jumping down and actually attacking things. I do mention this a lot, like some of the older animations, like Aranessa, for example. Oh, for those of you who remember that hilarity in the Aranessa campaign, where she sort of just stands still on top of the rotting Promethean and just doesn't move at all. It's very bizarre to watch. Whereas these guys with the War Shrines have all the animations of them just leaping around, grabbing a hold of the railings there, bonking people with their staff. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. But anyway, while they do that, ooh, nice little ram, sort of like a ship there. And it does look like a ship, so there we go. Alright, you get him, Gulator. Enjoy yourself. Anyway, there's some Blackguard of Nagaron surrounding our units here on both sides. In fact, the Blackguard have managed to badly hurt two of our units of Forsaken here, though it looks like the enemy master has pretty much lost to our exalted hero. The Doggos are now in, and they're going to help out and hopefully hold against those Blackguard, and Gulator will continue annoying them. We have found the other sorcerers as well, as our Manticore has moved in and has her down to half HP. We really need those chill winds to stop, considering how much damage they're doing to our Forsaken. The walls on the bright side have nearly fallen to said Forsaken, and it looks like the Chaos Spawn and Nurgle are doing fairly well over on the other side, where the other breach is, though Malice is over there as well, and as soon as he transforms, it's going to get a little bit, or perhaps a lot bit, more dangerous. Alrighty, and there we go. Looks like Murderous Prowess is activated, and at a fairly good time in the battle at that. And Malice will activate his ability at the same time and transform into Tsarkan, and it looks like he's going all out with both the transformation and the Murderous Prowess. And this is a good time to activate Murderous Prowess, simply because it wasn't a lose harder or win harder button in this particular case. Damn, look at those Chaos Spawn just wrecking the Blackguard Corsair face there. Well done to them. Alrighty, bounce power is actually still about even, and I think perhaps if the ability, the Murderous Prowess, had activated just a few seconds earlier, maybe like 10 to 30 seconds earlier, they would have gotten a little bit more advantage out of the second unit of Blackguard of Nagaron, because obviously they have Murderous Mastery. Alrighty, but we're still making our way through. These guys are doing a very admirable job of holding Gulator and his piles of spawn and Forsaken back, but he will inevitably break his way through. Plus, this still gives him opportunity to continue casting. And there we go. I do enjoy seeing that War Shrine sort of tower over the battlefield, especially with the Lord up above. And ooh, nice little poke with that staff there, buddy. It seems like a very nice command pulpit to both see the battle and be able to cast your spells up there, so. Alright, just trying to get some good shots of Gulator doing his thing. Being the absolute legend that he is. Anyway, how are we doing over here? Malice is down to about half HP. We have sent the Crabominable Gnomon and the failed experiments together at him, though both of these units will be damaged. Malice is slowly but surely, we're having his HP depleted. The rest of our units have moved past him rather than continue fighting Malice and allow him to heal off of them via Reaper of Souls, and are instead moving deeper into the enemy settlement to catch all the enemy Dark Shards and the Black Ark Corsairs with handbows. And hopefully peel away soon to hit these Reaper Bolt Throwers, though we did hit them with a Manticore briefly earlier in the battle, and we used the Piercing Bolts of Burning army-bound ability on them as well, so they're hurt and two of them aren't even firing anymore, for whatever reason. Maybe they don't have a decent firing solution, no angle left on these guys, though we should be able to fire on this blob, perhaps. But anyway, Malice is now in pretty bad shape, down to about 20% of his HP. We're going to move one of the Manticores in to help out with him as well, though it looks like Malice will immediately turn towards the Manticore, who will also start taking damage from Reaper of Souls. Gotta be careful, because you just lost about half your HP, though Malice is still looking the worse for wear. Gulator is now advancing that the Black Guard of Nagarond are no longer holding, but it looks like our Manticore will not be able to finish Malice off, and will have to fly on out of there. And that was pretty much on cue. Very nice, Manticore. I appreciate it. One last charge from Spite by the looks of it, though, because the Forsaken are still here, even with the Manticore gone, and Malice is still losing HP until he goes down. Lovely. And I do believe this will be the last time we ever see him on the field, and with him, his army will shatter as well. Very nice. Almost 8 minutes of just straight-up siege. Fairly long siege battle. And I'm actually glad that the enemy didn't try to deploy half of their army back here in the Citadel. It usually ends up being a worse battle for it, because it's easier to break through the walls and such, rather than just attack all the enemy units at once. What I'm saying is more units at the walls defending where you're attacking is more difficult to deal with than half of them here and then half of them doing absolutely nothing for the entire battle. I do have to wonder when the AI, what situations the AI deploys in that manner versus in this manner, because it definitely does both on occasion. Oh, a very nice battle indeed, and it certainly took some effort to pull off against both those stacks, plus the defenses that the enemy had, but at the end of the day, we did manage it at the cost of some pretty bad mauling for one of the Chaos Feral Manticores, as I believe that one was nearly slain by Malice, and several of our Forsaken took a bad mauling as well. 174 kills on you. Oh wow, you deserve a name for that. We'll be sure to name you later. I believe all of the doggos do have names, and frankly they all did quite well. In fact, most of them outdid most of the Forsaken pretty handily, so good job to the Putrid Plague Pups, Bubonic Howlers, Hounds of Pestilence, and Rottweilers. And looks like the latter two, the Failed Experiments and the Nameless Spawn of Nurgle, and did the best of those guys. Anyway, 6.6k in terms of favor earned, as few souls, always nice, and we will occupy it because it is a Dark Fortress. Alright, Magister, souls gained from battles, well, we will then... we got a tier 3, not bad. Now this... I mean, I guess we could build the Obsidian Camp. Yeah, we'll build it. Raid trophies, obviously. Then... guess we do need the growth thing. I guess. And Vassal Emissary will probably still be useful. Oh, your capital, the Forest of Decay, isn't actually a Dark Fortress. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. See, that's a good reason generally to keep you on the team, since your capital isn't one. And, oh wow, the Vassal Emissary will basically be useless here then. Unless we can get this guy to vassalize, which I'm not seeing happening. And if it don't happen, it don't happen. The Tong aren't alive, are they? No, I don't believe they're alive. so we can't give territory to them, and the Blighted Grove will go to these guys. You know what? I think Vassal Emissary might not work here, because we'll keep the wood and we'll keep the tusks, and we'll probably keep the Forest of Decay if we attack this guy, and frankly, it's looking like we will. And then I guess we're going to turn on Throg and just move Gulator down this way. Just gotta be careful about him retaking stuff. He's not doing so well anyway right now by the looks of it, so that'll be just fine. He's taken too many Dark Fortresses, just gotta make sure that we take the ones we want and leave him with the other stuff, and also make sure that Molder doesn't kill him, or that we subjugate Molder, who currently has 5 territories, including the Lair of the Troll King, and by the looks of it. Frankly, Gulator can probably handle both of them at once. Anyway, but Gulator, Black Rock. If we're not building the Vassal Emissary, I guess we will build the Worshipper's building. We still want that just for the tribute from vassals extra, if nothing else. Although I do have to wonder whether stacking these will actually be more valuable than getting an extra 20% favor from every single settlement just by building one of the main settlements. It's hard to say. Right now the vassal tribute is minimal at only 3.9k, in which case it may not be as worth it, but late game I would imagine it would be. Don't really care about the diplomatic relations with Norska at all. Nonetheless, build it for now and we'll see. Anyway, who else needs to do things? Zazel. Oh. Oh, okay, that's Crag. Okay, I thought it was these guys, but it wasn't. The thing is, if we attack these guys, we basically have to attack them immediately, and the problem with that is this army is quite weak right now. I do have to wonder whether there's a full stack at the Silver Tower of Sorcerers. Zazel has to be careful about the way he starts this war. Shard Bastion, Fortress of the Damned. I think, and I know that we have materials at sea, so we don't want to spend too much money like this. But nonetheless, we'll take the Spawn of Slaanesh, and we'll get rid of the regular spawn. I know they've been with us for so long, but we can't give them a mark, which is a bit of a shame, but this is no place for an undivided spawn. And we still have gifts available. We could very well give you a couple of flamers, which would certainly help. And we could take that Seeker Chariot. Although wait, how long until you guys beat chariots? Rank 4, you're actually quite close to it. Not so bad. I do feel like we should probably make use of the flamers here. I mean, probably. You can always trade them away. Alright, sorry to a couple of these units of Marauders, and you're gonna get transferred into flamers. And then we will go for... I guess we'll take this Forsaken. I wish it wasn't so expensive, but we'll turn them into a spawn just so we have some monstrous infantry. The chariots won't be super helpful in a settlement anyway. Anyway, you need to reach the Silver Tower of Sorcerers, where I think Sigvald isn't. And if there's no stack there, it should be much easier to attack and take. And we can start there. Yeah, there's nobody defending, which means we can take that and then move back down to the Fortress of the Damned. They may sail out and immediately go for the Monolith of Catan. I'm reasonably confident we could defend it, just with a random summoned lord. Anyway, Kolek, you've got things to do as well, my friend. Take Shyama's Rest real quick and easy. Now to resolve this, and come on, cross your Dragon Ogre appendages. Let's keep that pottery. Yes, we kept the pottery. Fantastic. Alright, well, crossing your Dragon Ogre appendages looks like it works. Good to know. I'm wondering whether we should tell Kugath to occupy Shenwu. I'm a little bit concerned about him moving southward into the Temple of Elemental Winds, because we don't want him to take that. But Kolek has to go north to deal with the Skaven for a little while. I think we don't peace out with him quite yet. Not quite, but we're getting there. Kuchar. I guess you're going to continue your search for Skaven. We'll go up here to Kunlun, and we'll risk a march stance, I think. We're not super concerned. It's going to be a trespass against the village, but whatever. And Metastorm is right here. They might attack us while we're in march stance, but not a big deal. Now, Kunlun is a capital territory. But there's no dark fortresses here, so we just have to make sure that we take all the places that have goods, like Shingpo and like Celestial Monastery. The rest is not super relevant. Just to double check, yeah. Still no vassalization. You really want peace, but you don't want to be our vassal. You gotta realize that's the only way you're getting out of this, guys. Alrighty, anyway, let's continue. Gulator 2, you're moving southward to Archaon to join his army. I see Astrogoth is, or Astrogruel is moving down to the Demon Steppe, and he's welcome to all this stuff as long as he doesn't try to take the Tower of Gorgoth from us. That is Archaon's. He's laid claim to it. Gifts of Chaos is next turn. I just had to double check that I didn't forget it. And we have to spend the rest of the money. Oh, you know what? I should have done those gifts next turn, but oh well, too late. Alright, we gotta spend what money we can on those materials at sea. Tear of Crack, going to the next level, cheap as it'll ever be. Blood Marshes, oh man, I wish I didn't take most of our money, but hey, once again, cheap as it'll ever be. You're good in terms of favor, you are, another favor building. And what do we have here? Spices? Yeah, go for it, build the spices. And they're not expensive to build, but nonetheless build them. Alright, that looks good. Chimera Plateau, anything here? I mean, not anything that we need to prioritize with the limited amount of cash we have remaining, and I do believe that's all we got. Very tempted to build the iron here, but we do still have several turns of materials at sea, so we can always save it for the other. Anyway, skip, damage building included, and double check Diplo again. Let's see, Aggo will want to trade, but we'll be at war with Sigvald next turn, so there isn't really much purpose. Harbinger of Disaster want to trade. War. How much would they... Join war against Cymar's expedition, and... Oh, right. Can't do non-aggression pact. Minus 40. It's more than I thought. Curious. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. 7.9 minus 44. Yeah. I mean, I guess we can still do the trade agreement. It's honestly not worth that much. Do we maybe save it for a time and... Oh, he doesn't like the treaties with the exiles and stuff. You know what? Let's save the trade agreement for now. It might continue increasing, and it might eventually allow us to vassalize Harbinger of Disaster. I kind of doubt it, but the possibility exists. Rictus, you are currently at war with Karazakarek. What if we join that, and then do this, and... Wait, no, right, this doesn't work? No, it won't work.
Take what's theirs.
Anybody else? Pirates of Sartosa. What's the like? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna take a look at the vassalage part. None of this looks likely. I mean, we could trade with the Pirates of Sartosa for now, considering we probably won't be fighting them for a while. We can always betray the trade later. Oh, give us money for the trade. Hey, you know what? Why not? Why not? We can deal with you later. Alright, I think that's good enough. I just wanted to do something that felt like we did something diplomacy-wise. Anyway, let's end the turn. We got to, well, hope about Bitter Bay. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Zatan. Defensive lines? Nobody. No. Alright. Clan Moors, will you be able to keep the Bitter Bay or no? Find out. I don't know where Draj is in this tree, so we'll see when he moves and whether we can keep it or not. Alright, and what is this?
My mistress summons me back to the dark realm, for there are elven souls to render delightful.
Oh, okay, that's Azazel. I was like, why the heck is Archaon's face here? Wow, that was interesting. And confused me greatly for a second or two. Outpost constructions are fine. Zazel, you should be able to reach the Silver Tower of Sorcerers and do your quest whenever you please. But for now, what we care about is this. Bitter Bay, still owned by Skaven. Pig Barter. Yes, okay, so now we go Gifts of Chaos, so we reset the gift and we go immediately for, I know, upkeep plus 10, but 30% campaign movement range select. Now, I'm really hoping that this activates immediately and not next turn. It might have activated next turn. Damn. Well, we got one. These guys have one more chance to keep Bitter Bay. I still don't know where Trash is. Alright, well, you're gonna move, Archie. You really can't reach that, can you? Oh, wow, you can't even cross this? I'm hoping you can cross this next turn. Looks like you can, but I mean, damn. This is still your territory, right? Yeah. Alright, fine. Just channel for a little while. You know what? While you're here, materials at sea aside, we're gonna get that Marauder Horseman in here. Alright, this way we will have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3. These will be God Knights and then 2 more Undivided Knights to follow Archaon slash the Swords of Chaos slash Harald. Well, no, Harald will lead the Undivided Infantry, Archaon will lead the Undivided Cavalry, and we'll have one Lord leading, one Lord or Hero leading the rest. We should also see what we've got going here. I wonder where his armies are. Oh, this one's gone. Ah, damn. Or maybe we just can't see it. Well, I guess we're declaring war on him. You're currently at war with Hag Grief, and you're currently at war with Harganeth. We can't ask you to do anything about that, though, so we'll deal with it as it is. Oh, damn, you know what? I should have started with the Yagol after all. I just realized, because this will give us their faction. Nah, well, whatever. We'll deal with it anyway. You, sir. Grab the Blighted Grove, and do we have defenders here? We do, but hopefully not enough to prevent us from auto-resolving, which we will. Though, once again, it's really hurting our spawn every time we do. We're in... do we subjugate Malice? I mean, he fought till the end. We could give him the territory of the Demon Prince, funnily enough. You know what I should have checked? I should have checked whether Blighted Grove was, it was a territory that we wanted. It has wood in it, right? I mean, we could subjugate Malice. And we could give him the Demon Prince's territories. It's tempting. But this will make it his this will make it his capital, and we won't be able to use the wood anymore. At least this way we'll guarantee a Dark Elf, yeah, fine, we'll subjugate. I hope he doesn't, he isn't like minus 1,000 or something like that, but we'll do it. We'll do it, fine. Alright, he is currently at minus, yeah, okay, it's fine for now. And more likely than not, this guy won't be willing to be our vassal, clearly. He would for Blackrock, but we're not gonna give him a, we're not gonna give him a Dark Fortress, I don't think. Actually, you know what? What's your guys' opinion on this? Give him one of our precious Dark Fortresses, which will guarantee the vassalization, or do we destroy him and give the stuff that he owns to Malice, so that Malice can have a main settlement at the Forest of Decay, which isn't a Dark Fortress, and we can build all the fancy Dark Elf units out of that. Plus, I guess we can complete the province for these guys by giving them Volcano Scar. Daniel, I'm sorry, but it looks like you're in a pretty bad position. I'm inclined to say we're probably better off going after you. Oh, and at least this way we'll get more benefit out of Blackrock having the emissary thing, which I, of course, did not end up building. Okay, we're going to delete you and build the emissary thing because it's going to be more expensive. Yeah, alright. We'll get growth via other means. Alright, you, sir, you're going for this in regular stance. Just make sure that you can walk up to it and that there isn't an army there, but it doesn't look like there is. Alright. Can you auto-resolve this?
You have a proposal.
I didn't mean to actually do that. I wanted to see what the garrison was like. It's not much. Declare war. Yeah, sure.
Defy me.
Allies have refused... What? Wait, what? Their own vassal, which they vassalized by having the Dark Fortress refused. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I can't say I was expecting that. Pyrrhic victory. Oh, man. You know what? This feels... I don't know. Might be a waste of time in terms of fighting it on screen, but I'll see if there's anything else that we can do in this particular turn. And oh wow, these guys have certainly made their way south. Hush. We shall be trying to vassalize you as well, though I'm not entirely sure how we could do that. You are currently at war with Puppets of Misrule. That's not gonna be enough. And Shyama's Rest will probably not be worth enough to ya. There might be a territory like Nanchang, which could be, but it does have pastures. Well, either way, Kolek, I guess you're heading to Nanchang yourself. Going to this stance, though I do have to wonder whether it'll be sackable. Or as in worth sacking. What do we have here? Auto-resolve this. And hurt the poor doggos again. At 1,000's probably not worth sacking, as in I'm not willing to risk us not being able to move again. Eshin revealed, Nanchang basin secured, will immediately go into exploit vassals, don't collect the income, however. And yeah, okay. I guess Azazel is probably going to be the only one that gets the opportunity to fight. I got the right gift, right? Just to double check. Yeah, Endless March. Alright, Gulator, you are also here, or not Gulator, Kuhar. Do we start with Xingpo? Ah, they're at Taitsu as well, but we can send like a little mini army to grab that. I think we start at Xingpo. And then work our way backwards through Kunlun, because we can force subjugate them at Kunlun. And by taking it last and leave them with a main territory without us losing out on any of the trade goods. I really wanted to avoid spending money on brass collar of corn on lords right now. We don't want another Cornate Lord in Cathay right now. We want a Tzeentchian Lord in Cathay, which means a Chaos Sorcerer Lord. The question is what type. We can do fire again. Yeah, you know, the Kindle Flame is really nice for them. So that they retain the passive even after they turn Tzeentchian. So I think that's the one we'll do. Ooh, cooldown for spells. Let's do that. Temporarily. And I know that we don't have a metal lore yet, but we're gonna give one to Kolek anyway. So Chaos Sorcerer Lord, regardless of the ludicrous expense. And you will head to Taitsu and hopefully take it. With what you have here, which we'll recruit probably next turn, so we can take more use out of materials. Let's see, and then we'll take Shenwu, and then we'll also trade it to Kolek. Actually, speaking of trading, maybe more stuff to trade, but maybe I'll do that between the episodes so that we don't waste time here. Azazel, looks like you've no choice but to fight this. So let's get you your points, let's fight. Serpent's Kiss gives you a little bit more missile resistance, not the most useful thing, to be honest. I think we need to go through... So, whether we go through Chaos Keep Vanguard will fully depend on whether we keep Marauders or whether we keep Mortal Followers or Demons in his army, which means for now I think we ignore it in favor of Supple and Spry. Or actually, no, I lied, in favor of Hearts of Iron.
Blessed by the Dark Prince.
And then you, sir, you need a lot of levels. Start going through... You're not raising this. I guess start going through here. No, just keep going through scouting. You already have access to your basic version of Spirit Leech. Let's do a little quick battle here, and then proceed to another. Go.
Most favored of Slanesh's coterie, and you are my playthings.
Alright, we'll see about that, but I guess for now, another siege. It's a day of sieges, I suppose, today, and we'll get plenty of use out of that Shatterstone ability, bringing down and taking about 75% of the HP off a unit of Chaos Warriors. Plus, if nothing else, we'll get to try out our... ooh, yes, flying animations, love these. There we go, very nice, Azazel, very nice, and drop right back down. You gotta love that animation. And it was very distracting, and now I forgot what I was talking about. Something about something. Oh, Rod of Torment coming down and knocking a few of those Chaos Warriors off as well. And here come our Forsaken of Slaanesh with a unit of Spawn of Slaanesh. We're not going to make this a Spawn and Forsaken army, obviously. It's just that we needed a few ringers in this particular army so that we had, well, damage dealers instead of just the whips to rely upon, because obviously they do no damage. Anyway, as I was saying, ooh, yet another Shatterstone comes down. We'll have two entrances into the enemy settlement, but it's the Flamers of Tzeentch that I'm curious to try out here. I'd like to think that, you know, we deleted units, so like before there were marauders, and then just suddenly the army wakes up one day, and then where those marauders are a bunch of flamers of Tzeentch, and everybody's too afraid to question it. And there we go, just gotta try to get a decent angle on the enemy without burninating all of our own troops. At least we're starting to see Tzeentchian units on the field. We'll probably peel these guys away into a separate army relatively shortly. And probably put those pink horrors in there as well, at least for now. To make up a start of a Tzeentchian army. It'll be a fairly long time until we can get the Gift of Chaos that will allow us to turn units Tzeentchian, and we're going to have to make do with the demonic units for now. Although this does give a good reason to sort of evolve the Tzeentchian Lord into a Demon Prince, I suppose. If he keeps using a lot of demon units. But anyway, here we go, burninating the enemy Chaos Warriors over the head, or the heads of our Hell Scourges there. And hopefully not burninating too many of them, though I imagine a few of those helmet plumes will probably have gotten lit on Eldritch Fire. Still gonna take a little bit of time to work through these, and it looks like at least a few of our flamers that did get engaged by a few of the enemy Chaos Warriors, but we're still looking okay. Azazel's working on the enemy Chaos War Shrine, though he was originally working on the enemy Lord here. The Chaos War Shrine moved in for some reason, and I decided that it would probably be the better pick here. Ooh, that's a nice shot though. I like the fights where you can see elevation like this, where you can see all these units sort of like that. And there's some great shots of it like that. And there we go, another lash coming down, and the fact that the enemy has blobbed up has been effective in preventing us from doing a crazy amount of damage with our flamers, but at the same time, it's allowing us to do a crazy amount of damage with the lash of Slaanesh. So, have they really won anything? Chaos War Shrine down to about 25% HP, and ooh, maybe we'll get a few shots from the flamers at it as well. It looks like they have managed to finish off, no wink, maybe a little wink, the Chaos Warriors here. And now into this blob that's coming down the hill. There we go. And down goes the War Shrine between the administrations of Azazel and those marauder horses of Slaanesh, which were chucking their javelins overhead, and the Burnination is well and truly going to be effective now. There we go. And as the enemy run down the hill, they encounter both flame and the javelins of Slaanesh, and behind them, the continued use of those lashes. Looking pretty bad. The enemy lord is down to 10% HP, and by the looks of it, he goes down with a rod of torment on him. And the enemy will be followed by flames and fury and whatever the Slaaneshi are doing today. Alright, lovely. Actually, it turned out to be a better battle than I thought it was. Pretty interesting. We got some great shots of the flamers and doing their thing. Azazel fought right in the middle of their formation, and while he did take damage, he also certainly dealt damage out as well with all those lashes at 54k. Not too bad at all. Anyway, we are going to not chase the enemy down because this is a settlement battle. Alright, there we go, very nice. Obviously, the Flamers of Tzeentch were pretty instrumental in that victory. One of them getting close to 34,000 damage and vastly out-damaging everything else. The poor whippy Chaos Warriors barely did any damage, but once again, their purpose is anvil and not hammer. Now, clearly the Flamers of Tzeentch aren't staying in this army. We're going to to peel a Tzeentchian army away from this, and I'm thinking, what if we make the south one an undivided army and the peel away from Azazel at Tzeentchian, because he's probably going to have to conquer through both north and south of the part where he's currently fighting, so he might need another army nearby, which, since the Flamers are here, could very well be Tzeentchian. There's 2 Tzeentchian possibilities that we have, and well, I guess Tzeentch likes multiple possibilities, so it does make sense. Alrighty, Northern Waste secured. Silver Tower of Sorcerers currently has the Favor building, and the Fighter's Lodge, interestingly enough. Huh. And now we can't, well now, since there's no Slaanesh Exalted Hero, we can't give you one. I guess we could give you an Undivided Exalted Hero if we really wanted to. Or we could delete this building for now and replace it with something else. I mean, I don't like that it has both, because the gemstones alone... You know what we could do? We could raise another Exalted Hero somewhere else, and then delete that particular building, so that we still get to use the capacity. Anyway, I will deal with that between the episodes, I think. Oh, actually, if we want to do this, we should do this now. I lied. Where did we want to put an Exalted Hero? I guess we did want to for Kolek, and we did want to for Kukar, but we have a limited space for them, so we can't quite do all of that. Which army currently has a need of one and doesn't have one? We can't build one here at Shangyang, so we can't get one to Kolek right now. This guy's down, this one's moving southward, and I don't want to waste more money on it while we have the limited time of materials at sea. Oh, wait. Do we care about you taking Fortress of Vorag? No, I don't really. I was just wondering whether there would be any... Aha, there's marble at the Sentinels. Okay, we do care about them stealing our marble, though. And I do notice there's some good stuff over here, but, well, we'll let them have the Southern World's Edge Mountains. Alright, so that hasn't really informed us as to where we make one of these guys. I suppose if we make it... well, if we make a Tzeentchian army, they can only have an Undivided Exalted Hero with them. Slaughterous Strength, Unearthly Reflexes, and Iron Skin. And then Tzeentchian army might need something to fight jerks. Armor versus melee defense and speed. I'm gonna have to go with melee defense and speed. These guys already are pretty darn heavily armored. The mass will enable them to move through stuff, but the speed will enable them to chase stuff. Either way, we're gonna summon you here, and whether we keep you... Venrus? Nice. Soul Shredder. And yeah, well, we're not going to devote you to Nurgle or to Khorne, but ooh. Vigor loss for Chosen. Okay, this is annoying, but and Eldritch Aura. This is actually pretty darn good. And considering that you have Eldritch Aura, it does feel like it could belong in a Tzeentchian army. You know what, that works for me. I think the gods are telling us a Tzeentchian army belongs out here with Azazel. Nearby, anyway. You can now be deleted, and we'll replace you with either gemstones or one of the other buildings. We'll also go for exploit vassals. Alright, there. Very, very nice. Alrighty, and there may be more buildings to build, because I'm not sure that we checked it this turn or last turn anymore. If I find one building, I will be happy. Well, one building that we have to build right now. But it doesn't look like it. Alright, that's fine. Skip the rest of this. Oh, there was a commandment somewhere. But where? It's right here. Wait, no, I saw you. There we go. Exploit vassals here. You better not screw us there, Malice. Oh, I just realized... we won't be able to give Malice this stuff because he's not actually bordering it. I don't think. Well, nonetheless, he'll be still providing us 10% research rate and whatever other bonuses we get from vassals. So the only thing we'd be missing out on is on wood, which gives us what? Just out of curiosity before we end the turn, do we even have any of the timber structures anywhere? You want wood, you have to go to Nakari, but anyway, I don't see one. We may or may not possess one anywhere. There's one down here, but it's not ours. Okay, well, whatever, we'll ignore it. We'll ignore it for now, anyway. End the turn. I want to see if anything else happens. Vashnar. Oh, I thought he was going to declare war on us. Counter offer. 47 now. Yeah, if we can't give his territory to Malice, and I'm like 70% sure that we can't, sometimes you can jump over a territory, nonetheless, but oftentimes you can't. If we can, then we're back to the old question, do we kill him, or do we not? Since we won't be able to vassalize him, because I really don't want to give him that Dark Fortress. And, well, Snitchy, are you actually right beside Xing Po? I have to wonder. Someone receives plague, somebody... I think he's just a little bit too far from it, isn't he? Oh, and we're just a little bit too far from it ourselves. What do you even do? Go into camp stance and stay here. I wonder if he'll move into defend it. He has a pile of Skaven slaves, so it's not gonna be crazy concerning anyway. Yeah. Alright, Kolek, you're moving to Jiangxi, though. Oh, well, we are rapidly running out of time. Gotta watch out for these guys coming up from the south. And just to double check, Snitch, how's that vassalage looking, bud? Minus 158. Still no. Still no. Alright, subjugation may be the only way to go. You to Jiangxi. He is running out of settlements, though, if nothing else. And auto-resolve this. Kolek, you've been getting a lot of auto-resolve over these last 2 episodes. Occupy Jiangxi. Clanishing revealed. Obsidian trinket, and we got tusks, we got wine, we got plenty of good stuff. Well, maybe not good stuff, but we got plenty of stuff. 7 settlements. Alright. Should be able to do that over the next few turns. Now, more importantly, we can reach Pig Barter now, which means we can at least vassalize you, sir. Alright, that is indeed his last settlement. Ooh, I'm glad it worked out. Alright, go to Pig Barter. Don't bother sacking it, just vassalize it. Him, whatever. Auto-resolve, he's not even here. I wanted his defeat trait, but he just ran away. You're gonna get subjugated anyway, why'd you run? Casualties, yada yada, and you keep... Yes, you keep the tower. Ooh, and you keep the ironworks? Oh, fantastic. Immediately as soon as materials at sea ends, we're building an outpost here, and we're gonna get those iron demons and skullcrackers and magna cannons. Everything that thing builds is the thing we want, which is fantastic. Also, Greasy, the time has come for you to die. It'll take a couple turns, I guess, to reach you. But, oh, Imric, he's going to the Valley of Horns. Now, is Imric at war with... he's at war with all of our allies, eh? Though Astrogrul is moving to Gates of Jar. This is quite interesting. And Astrogoth is moving to Blackfang. We don't particularly care about the Valley of Horns. We do, however, care... Well, I guess... You know what? We can meet Imric via this path anyway. So we could stop on by briefly at the Flayed Rock. Alright, and where did he go? Did he just die somewhere? I think he went and fought Imric and died. Go figure. Hopefully he doesn't take Black Fortress back, because that would be annoying, but we have to see off Imric and make sure his main stack is destroyed. Anyway, Azazel, you and your temporary Zintian friends are going southward, and we just have to be careful that you don't accidentally meet Siggy. You know what? We'll use you to scout to see if Siggy is nearby, because we are headed down to the Fortress of the Damned, and hopefully the Confederation, or vassalization of the Agol, rather. You are going to travel in... Man, risky to go in March. Very, very risky.
I see your heart.
But you're gonna risk it. Try not to die. But I don't want to waste like several turns moving. And anyway, I think with that we are pretty much out of time, so I'm going to call it. Plus, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on the matter of this guy. Become Vassal has actually... 27 is not as bad as it was before. I'm still not willing to give you Blackrock, but 27, eh? Is it because we're increasing our friendliness? It's still not going to happen with the amount of money we have. The good thing about Daniel is that since he has access to all the demons, by getting an outpost with him, you essentially get access to every single type of demonic unit, which is great. It is absolutely great if you're looking for those units. But anyway, that'll be a question for, well, sort of for next time, but more or less for you guys. So, let me know your thoughts. In the meantime, next time we hit Flayed Rock, we fight Imric, and hopefully we fight Deathmaster Snitch as well as subjugate his faction, and finally move on to Village, though we'll get another Tzeentch army started as well, so that we don't have to wait too long for a Village. Plus, I don't want Village fighting in Cathay anyway, so he'll be fighting the Chaos Dwarfs and Zatan. More Archaon to come, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially to Threshold. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.